Lord. Bright sun almighty. Wow, okay. Cool down a little bit now. Alright, so I've been at home for most of the day. I'm sitting in front of the computer, up and down, trying to figure out what to do, how to get another client, how to go about reaching another client, how to reach out to my current clients that are kind of on hold for them to maybe choose something or pick something or to review something. And like I've said before, for me that's really tough, because you want to tell them, look, I'm so broke, but you can't rush them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, it's my fault totally. But yeah, so I've been sitting around thinking about how I could do that. So I've made some videos for Take It on the Wild. Well, actually, I used their video they used, which had no sound to it, at the Dixie Deer Classic. Then I added a music track to it. So I put that up, and then I went ahead and loaded and added the Buy Dirt one for the Buy Dirt channel. But Amber says I'm Mr. Negative, but I get vibes from people. Sometimes I'm wrong. Every now and then. It's happened before. So, but what I'm trying to say is that I get the vibe from just one client that he's not going to continue this year with this project we had. We do one a month. So I don't know. He's kind of got a little short with me, not in an ugly way. Kind of got short with me responding. Kind of long stretches of not responding. Not really attending to it that much. But we'll see. I hope not. He's a good client. I like him. He's a good fella, good guy, good human being. And a good client. He's got a good real estate thing going on. But he's a busy guy, so maybe I am Mr. Negative. I'm looking at it from the wrong way. But and then my other client, Jacob, I know he's just their stuff is tough to schedule because it's land management, so it depends a lot on the rain, the weather, the land they're doing, if the customer's available, if the customer's doing A, B, so Jacob can do C, D. So yeah, it's tough to rush them. Half the time they would like to start and rush and get stuff done too, but they can't do anything but the client doesn't have it ready, or if they're not ready. Man, I'm passing a school. I guess it's a Christian school. Folks sitting out in line out there waiting for the kids. Oh man, I tell you what, I don't miss that any. I don't miss that at all. I used to wait and pick up Caden and Ryan some from school, and man, I don't miss that. If I could go back and the football and basketball games and all that stuff. If I could go back in time and know what I know right now and see how everything's turned out, I wouldn't go to any of his games, any of their stuff, because neither one of them care about any of it. It doesn't make a difference. If I called right now and said, hey, if they had a key to the house and I called them and said, hey, can you drive over? I'm locked out in the freezing cold. They'd be like, no. If they'd even answer the phone. But yeah, I wouldn't go to any special games or, man, I guess you do got to pick them up from school, but waiting in line stuff, you're thinking like, oh, I do this, it'll be a good parent later, it'll pay off. Man, no. Can't you get my boy to call me? Didn't see me on my birthday this year. Had a heart attack last year, so it's like you think, well, that might scare him into kind of realizing he hadn't spent some time, with his father. Had a heart attack last year, then he didn't see me on my birthday, Father's Day, or Christmas this year. Neither did my daughter, but that's more normal than Caden. Caden's usually. But yeah, that parent-kid thing, like I thought it did. I mean, dude, I was learning too. Everybody learns parenting. You're just learning all the time, you know. Nobody's got it down. You're learning from your parent that don't have it quite together. They might have one aspect good and one aspect not that well. So, but it's tough. I try to be good, let them always know that I love them, you know. I know my daughter and I are close. I always get coffee on my glasses. I think I've told you that. But my daughter and I aren't that close. You know, it's a little 50-50 as far as fault. Some of the fault's mine. Some of it's not really fault. Some of it's just like looking back, you know, because in your brain, learning how to do stuff, you're raising a kid or whatever, you know. You don't realize it, but in your conscious brain, I ain't gotta have a truck that loud for. Like, what is it inside you? It's just like, man, I'm gonna have a truck that just sounds like a roaring engine when I go by, so everybody looks at me. I'm like, what is that? I don't know. Anyway, talking about my daughter. Yeah, you know, so when you're raising your kid or whatever, you know, subconsciously your brain's checking back like through a blueprint, you know, like how to do stuff. Like, all right, well, how, you know, kind of how do I do this when he does this, or what do I need to do to let him know? And man, my father was super loving. He was a super loving guy. He was really abused. Like, his dad beat the shit out of him all the time, and his brothers. He grew up on a farm. His dad drank a lot. Told me, you know, always weren't worth anything and all that. So he, in reverse, kind of snapped back the other way. And then he was, you know, I mean, he never told me, but I bet in his head he was probably like, man, I'm gonna really show my kids love, or, you know, my son love. But and he did, man. You know, everybody knows my dad. Everybody knows us, knows my dad loves me, and I love my dad. We were close, tight, good buddies. You know, my mom and I were okay. We just weren't that tight. So my point being is that, you know, me raising Caden, kind of a natural thing. I had all the blueprints down, and my dad wasn't that close to my sister, so I didn't get to see him interact with, you know, a female, his daughter. It didn't ignore anything. It was just things like my sister, you know, well, had some trouble with things, you know, like in kind of slow learning kind of situation, and so she couldn't count money, and I was around the age, you know, we start learning, and Amy was a little older, and I remember my parents would, my dad would sit us down, and he'd lay out, you know, change, different scenarios with the change, and he'd, you know, teach us what all the values of the coins were, and you know, I picked it up pretty easy. And I remember Amy just, you know, had trouble with it, couldn't get it, and my mom would just always tell my dad, like, Rudolph, like, just let, you know, let her go. She needs to go. She wants to go outside or whatever. And my dad used to tell me privately, like, yeah, I don't know what's up. You know, mom's always running and letting Amy go, but like, Amy can't count anything. Like, you know, and he'd show me, like, watch next time we're doing this. Like, she don't even know. And she didn't. Like, you know, he could put a quarter down and tell her it's 25, and a dime, that's 10, and a nickel, 5, and pennies, 1 cent. He would lay out, you know, 36 cents. She'd be like, $1 coin. I mean, she just guessed, didn't have any clue. So that was kind of how that went. So I don't know if that kind of put a divide between my sister and my dad, because he was trying to always kind of push to make her learn something, and my mom's more or less like, I'll leave her alone, let her be a kid, and then, you know, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I came up okay, did get well in school until I got to, you know, where I could be myself, and then I just didn't fit in the school environment. But I don't know. That's a weird situation with the whole, you know. Sorry, ADHD kicked in. I saw a little Porsche come out. But I don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about school. Oh, we're talking about daughters and stuff. I didn't have a situation. I don't have a blueprint. You know, my dad interacting with my daughter, so I've had trouble interacting with my daughter. You know, I love my daughter. I want her to know and stuff. So I'm always telling her, I love you. I don't want to call her, I love you, baby. But then, I guess if I were to get back and look at this thing from a wide angle, it would be like, I could see probably better. Like, man, I can see, like, I don't know how to interact with her. Like, Katie, I call her, what's up, buddy? And we do the guy thing, But again, I don't have the blueprint for the daughter, so it's not that I want to. It's just like if I called Ryan, it would be like, "Hey, baby, what's up? Nothing. How are you doing? Good. Ask her how her life is. Like we don't have any like camaraderie to talk about anything. Sometimes we do. Sometimes she'll call, talk my head off. That's, I'm just like, go, like talk away because I like the relationship. But I don't know if any guys up here have like watching this. You have trouble like relating with your daughter, and I knew some of my friends, man, like them and their daughter are close, like way closer than they are with their son. Like they got the daddy-daughter thing. So God knows, how do you do that? I don't get it. You just kind of. And there's some other. I'm gonna be nice and like not say much, but there's some other elements involved that call a element involved in my daughter not being so close to me, or not I guess not wanting to be close to me. Nothing weird on my side, but maybe some influence from other people, other person or something like that have always kind of driven the influence that I was the bad guy or whatever. Ooh, I'm sorry. So that little trouble. But my son and I kind of always envisioned, like, me and my father. And man, I had analyzed that to death. Like, man, as I got older, I try to look back, like, because, Caden and I just kind of went, whoop, just apart. Not in kind of a bad way. We had the one fuss where it almost turned into a kind of physical thing. But other than that, we didn't have any kind of parting. But, and I know he's got a girlfriend. I know how that goes. I was trying to think, man, it seems like he just kind of just, not diss me, but diss me, just like he kind of don't care about dad no more. Or he kind of don't care about dad anymore. It was a double negative. So, man, it kind of hurts. It hurts inside. Like, dude, it feels like your best friend just dumped you. You just got dumped by your best friend. But, yeah, so I'm dealing with that every day too. Because he's also my friend. Katie, he's like my best buddy. So like, kind of more fit into like, he's more like me probably than a lot, anybody else that would be around. I've had a couple of super good friends in my life, Sammy Winston and Ashley Bruner, and they both passed away, a while back. And they were kind of like me. They didn't have many friends either. They had very small crowds of friends, But like you've heard me say, I don't want to get whine again, but not having friends stuff. But like, I just don't fit in with a lot of people. I don't like what a lot of people like. So, so Sammy, Ashley, there's a couple more friends, but like, and I have a couple good friends, but like, we're still not good close friends. Like, I can't. They don't get me, and I don't get them kind of deal on certain things. Like, we still got some not conflicts, but some differences, in character or how we feel about things. So, like Ashley and Sammy, until Sammy got cracked out, it was just like you'd found your brother, like damn. And it's like this, it was just cool, That brotherhood's hard to come by if you're a guy. For me it is too. Like I said, I've had like 2, 3, 4 friends, that really, really get me. I've got a lot of good friends that, don't get to like your brother type status, but good friends, really good friends. But anyway, my son and I thought it would just turn out like kind of like my dad and I. My dad and I were really close, and man, how it goes. Your memory kind of starts fading. So I don't know if when I was 18 or whatever, I I might have dissed Dad like this too. I might have just gone off. It didn't seem that way in my head. It seemed like I always called him kind of every day, still talked to him, still went to see him a lot, and stuff like that. I mean, I just, like, dude, I just rarely see Caden. He'll call me every now and then if he needs to ask for some advice or something, which is good. I don't try to discourage that. I talk to him and tell him, like, you call me, talk all the time, or you talk to me whenever you want. Like, that's why I'm here. I'm your dad. But it still hurts, though, man. Woo, it hurts right here. It's disturbing, and my daughter thing hurts too. I just more or less got used to it because it's kind of always been like that with her. But yeah, man, it's tough. So I'm just I got up from the video desk and kind of just driving around for a second. I went and grabbed a coffee. Then I'll just kind of go drive and think for a minute, and see things, and kind of freeze my mind up. Like I said, I mean, plus I love driving my car. I love my car driving me. But I like to drive my car, so I don't mind getting out, riding around. Getting no gas costs. So just, racking up mileage on it, I suppose. But yeah, man. Anyway, so hey, look, feel free if you got any tips about being better fathers or having relationships with your daughter, or if you just want to share with me how you kind of have the same trouble with your daughter too, man. I'd love to hear it, because I don't get to talk to nobody about it really. But anyway, y'all, I'm heading back to the office and try to start on more video ideas and more marketing ideas to get clients and stuff like that. But I will see you hopefully on the flip side. I go to my cardiologist tomorrow, so hopefully everything goes cool. But have a great evening, everybody. Peace.